From penthouse parties to a prison cell, from bad boy records to inmate number. Today, Sean Diddy Combs learned his fate, and what the judge said will send shockwaves through the entertainment industry forever. Stay until the end, because the courtroom moment nobody saw coming will leave you speechless. October 3rd, 2025, Manhattan Federal Court. The courtroom was packed, cameras weren't allowed inside, but what happened in there? Everyone's talking about it. Judge Arun Subramanian looked directly at one of the most powerful men in hip-hop and delivered a sentence that splits the difference between mercy and justice. 50 months. Just over 4 years in federal prison, plus a $500,000 fine. But here's what makes this story so complex. Diddy's legal team wanted 14 months. They argued time served, good behavior, rehabilitation. The prosecution? They pushed for 11 years. They wanted to make an example. The judge chose the middle ground, but his reasoning? That's where this gets deep. Let's rewind. This wasn't about the bigger charges that dominated headlines for months. Diddy was actually acquitted of sex trafficking and racketeering charges that could have put him away for life. Instead, he was convicted on 2 counts under the Mann Act: transportation of individuals for prostitution. The charges centered around 2 women, his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura, and another victim identified only as Jane. The evidence was devastating. Text messages, emails, images, and that hotel surveillance video that went viral showing the assault. The same video that Diddy apologized for on Instagram, claiming he was taking accountability. But here's the thing, even after that video surfaced, even after federal agents raided his properties in March 2024, prosecutors say he assaulted Jane again in June 2024. That detail right there, it would come back to haunt him in the courtroom. This morning, before the sentence came down, Diddy stood up and spoke. His voice breaking, he called his actions, quote, disgusting, shameful, and sick. He apologized to the victims, to survivors of domestic violence everywhere. He begged for mercy. His children were there, his mother. Letters of support poured in from friends, celebrities, community leaders, all testifying to his charity work, his impact on Black culture, his devotion as a father. But then Judge Subramanian spoke, and he didn't hold back. He acknowledged Diddy's success, called him a self-made mogul who inspired communities, praised his work ethic, especially considering the trauma of losing his father at a young age. Then came the turn. The judge rejected what he called the defense's attempt to paint the crimes as just consensual experiences or a sex, drugs, and rock and roll story. He said Diddy abused women he claimed to love physically, emotionally, and psychologically. He said Diddy used power and resources to keep his crimes hidden for over a decade. And then the hammer dropped. The court is not assured that if you were released, these crimes would not be committed again. The judge pointed out that even after the investigation began, even after public scrutiny, Diddy allegedly assaulted Jane again. That showed a pattern, a lack of real remorse despite the words. Outside the courthouse, Diddy's lawyer called the sentence un-American and vowed to appeal. He argued the judge considered conduct Diddy wasn't convicted of, but there was another moment that matters more. Judge Subramanian turned to the victims. He thanked Cassie Ventura and Jane for coming forward. He said, "I want to say first, we heard you. Your families are proud of you, and I am proud of you for telling the world what really happened." Then he turned back to Diddy and said something unexpected. "You have a universe of people who love you. There is light at the end of the tunnel. You will have a chance to show your children and the world what real accountability and healing look like." 4 years and 2 months. With time already served since his arrest in September 2024, Diddy will likely be released in roughly 3 more years. Then 5 years of supervised release. Is it justice? Is it mercy? That depends on who you ask. But one thing is certain, the man who built an empire on his image just learned that power, fame, and money can't shield you from accountability forever. What do you think? Was the sentence fair? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to stay updated on what happens with the appeal, hit that subscribe button.